Welcome! Thank you for joining us for today's lesson. This is part of a 13-lesson series brought to you by the Food Trust Nutrition Educators. The Food Trust works to ensure that everyone has access to affordable, nutritious food and the information to make healthy choices. In this series, we'll be covering topics such as how to shop at a farmer's market, stretching your food dollars, storing fruits and vegetables, and more. Join us every other week as we share nutrition information from My Plate, as well as tips and tricks to eating more healthy food at every meal. Each bi-weekly lesson will be followed by a recipe featuring a seasonal ingredient you can find at your local farmer's market or grocery store. Meet our nutrition educators, who you'll get to know through our lessons or recipe demonstrations. We're excited to have you with us. Thanks again for joining us. Please fill out our anonymous survey at the end of this video so that we can find out more about who we're reaching and how to serve our audience best. We hope you come back for our next lesson. See you then!
Good afternoon. My name's Eddie. I'm a SNAP-Ed nutrition educator with the Food Trust. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of eating more beans and incorporating beans into our diet on a weekly basis. And then Paulette will be making a recipe with ingredients that you could find at your local farmer's market. At the very end of this video, you will see a survey that you can fill out after watching the recipe. And in doing so, you will be able to redeem $4 in food bucks at your local farmer's market. So please find the Food Trust table and we'll be happy to give them to you. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the health benefits of beans, how to include beans in our meals throughout the week, and how to prepare different kinds of beans. Beans are great because they are super tasty, they're cheap, they're inexpensive, and they're full of protein, they're fat-free, and have lots of vitamins and minerals. And as we learned in previous lessons, it's full of fiber, which is really good for our heart health, as well as keeping our bowel moving and going to the bathroom regularly. And I want to direct our attention to My Plate. Beans are a special group because they fit in two groups, actually. So they fit within the vegetable group, and we know we want to make half our plate fruits and veggies at every meal. And they also fit within the protein group as a plant-based protein. So even meat eaters should get beans because they're full of fiber, and animal protein does not include fiber. So it's kind of the best of both worlds to incorporate beans into your diet on a regular basis. Additionally, they help reduce cholesterol. They make you feel full, so it's good for like weight control, weight management, and they're good for controlling your blood sugar as well. So let me ask you a question. What are some of your favorite kinds of beans that you've had? So, different kinds of beans. Right in front of me, actually, I have a few different types. This is a 16-ounce bag of black beans. I also have garbanzo beans, or also known as chickpeas. And I have some lentils right here as well. So the good thing about beans, which I already mentioned, is you can get a lot of them really inexpensively at most corner stores or supermarkets. With dried beans, which we'll talk about a little later, it includes a little bit more preparation. But in front of me here, I also have a bunch of different kinds of beans. Beans are super exciting. So as I mentioned, we got a little thing of black beans here, we got some garbanzo beans, green split peas, if you've ever had like split pea soup, navy beans, lima beans, you got black-eyed peas, and your favorite mung beans as well. So as you can see, there's a large variety for different tastes and preferences, and they're exciting to work into your meal. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. So what are some benefits of preparing dried beans in advance versus always getting canned beans? Let's think about that for a little bit. Cool. Well, maybe some of you have prepared dried beans before, or maybe it's more convenient to get cans at your local corner store or at a supermarket. But I want to talk about some of the advantages of preparing dried beans. So again, I have these bags of beans, which are about a pound each, 16 ounces. There are a couple methods, and the great thing is that they actually usually have instructions on the back of the bag in case you don't know what to do. So one method is you soak the beans in cold water, make sure they're all covered the night before. So you'll put them in a pot, cover them with water, and just let them sit on your countertop or your stove overnight. And then the next day, you'll just rinse them off with some water and drain it, and then follow the instructions to cook the beans in any recipe that you're making. The benefit of this is that there's no salt in there, there's no flavors added, so you get to be the master in your own kitchen of what flavors go into each recipe that you're making. And it's a lot cheaper than buying cans. Okay? So same goes for black beans. Lentils, however, and split peas, you don't need to soak. So lentils, you can start water boiling and put a few cups of lentils in, and cook them for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, depending on how soft you like them, and they'll be ready. So lentils are a great way to incorporate more protein and fiber into your diet. So I was talking about dried beans, but also you can get beans in cans, and the benefit of having canned beans is that they're convenient. You can store them a long time, they're very portable, and they're ready to go. You don't need to do much preparation. As Paulette will explain in her cooking video, where she uses some beans, canned beans often have added sodium, salt, so you want to make sure that you rinse them to bring out that salt so we're not getting added sodium to our diet. And once you rinse them off, they'll be ready to go in any recipe that you use. So in our daily intake, we want to make sure we're getting 5 to 6 ounces of protein for adults and if you're active, maybe a little bit more. And if you're getting about a quarter cup of beans per meal, or up to a half or even a cup throughout the day, you're going to be doing very well to get your protein and fiber, especially if you're combining with some meat, like lean meat, like chicken or turkey. You'll be certainly getting enough protein every day. All right, so now I'm going to talk about how we can add more beans to our diet, different meals throughout the day. So if we're thinking about breakfast, what are some ways we could maybe add more beans to our breakfast? So if we're looking at, maybe you have some tea or coffee or another beverage, and you have some toast. You want some toast, right? So the toast will fit into our grains group right up here. Hopefully you're making it whole wheat bread, because whole grains are good grains. Also healthy for the heart, contains fiber. What could we do to make it, to even add more fiber, add some more protein? I have a good solution. Something delicious. Some hummus, right? So hummus is chickpeas, right? And we can do is spread it on our toast. So again, it can fit into either one, but we're going to put into protein for now. And while you're at it, let's put some tomatoes on there, because we know we want to get some veggies into our day. Put them over here. So that'll be our breakfast. Moving into lunch, we have some pasta, right? With a pasta salad. Maybe it's summertime right now. We want to have a cold pasta salad. Again, pasta can fit into our grain group up here. And a good solution is we could put some white beans or navy beans on top. Just throw them in. Maybe you have some chopped onions and other vegetables that you mix around with it. And a dressing, like a healthy dressing, low fat. Again, this is going to add good fiber and protein in a delicious way. All right, so moving into dinner, we have tacos. It's taco night, maybe Taco Tuesdays. I'm gonna put it right over here for now. We have maybe some ground beef in there. We have some lettuce and tomatoes and some cheese for our dairy group. But what can we do to make it a little bit more healthy, add some more fiber, add some more protein? We can add rice and beans, right? I got black beans right here, some brown rice, right? Again, whole grains. And this would be a really great side that's gonna be healthy to add to our dinner and get our daily values. People eat it all over the world, and you can even have this with breakfast too if you wanted, with an egg. So again, our brown rice is going to go up here, black beans are going to go down here, and over here, right? So remember, with eating beans, you're fulfilling some of your veggie requirements for the day and some of your protein. So just to summarize what we learned today, beans are really good for your gut, making sure you're going to the bathroom regularly, full of fiber, helps regulate our heart health, cleaning our arteries out, and makes us feel full. They're really inexpensive, they're low in fat, hardly any fat, high in nutrients, and vitamins and minerals and all the good stuff that we need to lead a healthy, active lifestyle. So again, my name is Eddie. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to fill out the survey at the end to redeem your food bucks at the farmer's market. And I hope you can join us next week for our following lesson with Just Say Yes. Thanks so much.